Will the high dynamic range lighting allow us to have complete night-day cycles in a game?
Technically, yes.
Okay.
We haven't implemented such a feature in one of the games yet, but it definitely allows instead of Lost Coast that we sort of pulled the sky down to a night thing. So technically, yes, it's there. We haven't designed the moment in a scene or whatever yet that does it.
All right. Day of Defeat Source. Do you have any information new about it? Like,
we have
like release date or anything like that? Or?
Release date's going to be this summer.
Okay.
A couple weeks after E3, we'll probably start releasing more new assets. We've been kind of quiet because we have a few surprises or whatnot up our sleeves. We decided to take the project a little bit further than we originally announced.
Okay.
And so we'll be showing some of the fruits of that pretty soon here, and we're still on track for the summer.
Okay. Will there be bot support in it?
Probably not in the first release.
Okay. This one you're probably not going to answer, but Team Fortress 2, vehicle support or release date?
Nothing new on TM2 today.
Yeah. Why did you decide to make an expansion to Half-Life 2 as opposed to working on Half-Life 3?
Well, the team, was working on Half-Life 2 for many years, and there was a great collection of ideas that just sort of had to be held for something later. There were so many great ideas into Half-Life 2, and at some point you have to say, this is the ones we're going with for the game. And then there's, a lot of other great ideas that are there, and folks said, we can do this quickly, we can deploy it quickly if we do a new episode as opposed to saying, let's go off and do the next giant adventure. Okay. And I think it's also more rewarding for the team to be able to ship stuff more frequently than saying, okay, now you're back on the next 5-year project.
Okay. Will Aftermath be available through Steam only, or will it be like a retail purchase?
It'll definitely be available through Steam, and it'll most likely appear at retail as well in one or more boxes.
Will Lost Coast have any other features, or will it just feature the HDR?
Well, Lost Coast was really about technology and having the art push that technology. So all of the assets in Lost Coast are, higher resolution or specifically created to support HDR. So there will be a huge update to the SDK when Lost Coast is available to not only add the technology but also a lot of those assets for folks. So there's, from an art asset standpoint to the SDK and a technology standpoint to the SDK, Lost Coast represents a pretty major update there to allow both source engine licensee as well as mod developers to sort of push their stuff to another level and allow for HDR to be a toggleable option on the graphics menu.
Okay. Release dates for Half-Life 2 Xbox?
September.
September, okay. And Lost Coast?
Lost Coast will be sooner, first half of the summer.
Okay. What are the system requirements of the new Lost Coast level?
Lost Coast level is going to be at least a 2 gigahertz processor, at least a gig of RAM, and the absolute latest video card from NVIDIA or ATI.
Okay. I already asked Jess this question, but I'll ask you as well.
Okay.
VIP maps, are they ever going to go to CS Source?
VIP map CS Source. Jess probably had a better answer for you. I don't know for sure. I know that there's been some experiments run to bring back the VIP gameplay style. Beyond that, I defer to Jess.
Okay.
I've been in Half-Life land for most of the past couple months, so.
So have I. Will CS Source ever have the ability to stand on the barrels like Half-Life 2 Deathmatch?
Again, I defer to Jess on that one. I haven't been as focused on CS the past couple weeks.
All right. Aftermath. Will it have the new HDR?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Both Aftermath and Day of Defeat Source and all of our PC releases post that time will have HDR as an option or a set of options in the graphics menu.
Okay. Will you ever support 64-bit processors?
Perhaps.
Perhaps? Good enough. Half-Life 2 Xbox. Is there an option to disable autoaim?
I believe so, yes.
Okay. Any next-gen games for you guys? 360 or PS3?
No next-gen consoles to announce yet, but we're definitely very interested in moving the Source engine and our game content to the next-generation consoles.
Okay. Let's see. Are there any other mods or old game styles that are going to be making Source remakes, such as Blue Shift or Opposing Force?
Perhaps.
And who's your new publisher?
Don't have anyone to announce yet, but we will be. We are making plans to continue retail distribution beyond the August 31st date at which the VU distribution ends.
Okay. That's about it, I guess.
All right, man.
I'll have to thank you for your wonderful time, and I'll probably see you around tomorrow at least as well, because I'll still be here.